Trapped 3,000 feet below ground, and he escaped. Imagine being buried alive. 3,000 feet beneath the surface of the earth, in a cave forgotten by time. This is the story of Daniel Kessler, a geologist, an explorer, and the only man known to have escaped the Earth's belly after being sealed inside for 12 days. June 14th, 2019. Daniel and his team of spelunkers began their descent into what locals called the Serpent's Gut, a cave so deep it had swallowed equipment, drones, and even animals whole. It had never been fully mapped. Some believed it was cursed. The descent was steep. Slippery ridges, sudden drops, narrow shafts. The deeper they went, the less light existed. It was Daniel's third expedition. He was confident, methodical. That night, they made camp nearly 2,000 feet down, setting up a base on a rocky ledge over a black abyss. At 4:42 a.m., a tremor hit, a sound like the earth inhaling. The cave groaned, then a collapse. Daniel was at the rear, inspecting mineral walls. In seconds, tons of rock separated him from the others. Silence followed. He stood in pitch black. His helmet light flickered. Dust choked the air. The radio smashed. No signal. He tried calling out. Nothing. The first hours were a blur. He assessed injuries, bruises, a gashed leg, broken fingers. He inventoried 1 bottle of water, half a protein bar, magnesium flint, rope, and a small field journal. Daniel knew the cave would absorb his body heat quickly. Hypothermia was a threat. He moved constantly to stay warm. He started marking every turn with stone stacks, every choice with scratches. Day 2. Hunger set in. His flashlight dimmed. He relied on feeling the walls, moving blindly at times. He followed cold drafts, theorizing they led to higher elevation or openings. Day 3. A trickle of water led to a mossy patch on the wall. He pressed fabric to it, squeezing drops into his mouth. A lifeline. Day 4. Sleep came in brief, hallucination-filled spurts. He began hearing voices. He started talking to the cave. Day 5. A fall. He slipped into a lower chamber. The impact cracked a rib. Breathing hurt. He fashioned a splint from his broken flashlight casing and rope. Crawling became his only option. Day 6. He discovered ancient cave paintings, symbols, faces, figures of people with arms stretched upward. It gave him something new, purpose. He drew his own symbols beneath them, proof he had been there. Day 7. A rusted tin box. Inside, a decades-old miner's diary. Entries dated 1943. The final one read, "The light lives in the narrow mouth. Follow the breath of the earth." Day 8. Daniel heard wind, real, cold wind. He moved toward it, only to find a collapsed mine tunnel. He began digging with his bare hands, nails torn, knuckles split. Day 9. He found a metal shaft, a ventilation pipe, bent but real. He screamed into it. No response, but it meant something. He was near a shaft. Day 10. More tools, old picks, buckets. He used them to carve a narrow path through the fallen rock. Hours blurred into one long, painful push. Day 11. Faint light, like a candle in the distance. It was a crack, a fissure. He pressed his face to it and felt fresh air. Day 12. His body nearly gave up, but he clawed, dragged. The final 200 feet took him 11 hours. At 6:14 a.m., he crawled into sunlight. A shepherd spotted him. His body was skeletal, his skin pale blue, but he was alive. Doctors called it impossible. The world called it miraculous. Daniel Kessler became a legend. 3,000 feet below, the serpent's gut remains unexplored, its secrets buried, its appetite undiminished. But carved into one wall, in red moss and blood, are 5 words: I escaped. Daniel Kessler, alive. Some escapes defy logic, others define legends.